Hi, and welcome to Coffee Time with Chris. I'm Chris, and this is an introduction video. Before I start, kudos to you who are just starting out, and kudos to you who have made it past your first video, let alone probably 20, 30 more, maybe more, because let me tell you what it took to get to this first video. I must have 50 mistake videos up, and come to think of it, I gotta turn this off because it's very reflective. At least 50 videos, not counting the ones that I deleted, that are complete cringy mistakes. And just recently, this is my third try. My first video that I thought I had gotten completed, I was all proud of myself. I forgot to press record. Yeah, and then my second one, the audio the audio wasn't on, so all I could see was like that, so through a whole 11 minutes of video. So here I am. I'm hoping this one works out. If it is, it'll be uploaded and you'll be hearing me I don't know if I call it griping or ranting, I don't know which, but I will say kudos to you, and let's dedicate this video to all of you who have made it past this point, who are just starting out. Kudos. Now on with the introduction. This channel, again, I'm repeating myself again and again, and I'm hoping that this is the video that I can put out there for you guys, because I don't know how many times I can repeat the same thing over and over. Just wow, chewing on the same words over and over and over. Okay, and so this channel is going to be about discussions at the coffee table or wherever you're having coffee. First, to explain how I came up with the title is because I believe coffee is a great conversation beverage. We get our coffee, we sit down, we start talking. Okay, so we're talking, and just like I am with you, I have my coffee, I'm talking to you, and we talk about many things. We talk about the weather, we talk about sports, we talk about our favorite shows, we talk about what's happened on those favorite shows, why we like those favorite shows, who we like on those favorite shows, our favorite YouTube channels, our favorite everything, okay? Just everything, outfits, shopping, you name it, there's so much to talk about. There are times, though, we will be talking about something and just happen to disagree. That's one of the things that I'm going to be focusing on in some of my videos. For instance, swearing. Some people find it appropriate, some people don't. Some people think there's a certain extent. Okay, sometimes that can be debatable. Some people will say, well, geez, if somebody swears in front of me, I'm not going to, I'm going to be offended. On the other hand, the other person's going to say, well, geez, it's a good vent for you, this, that, and the other. And they might get in a little bit of a heated debate over it. Who knows? We'll be discussing things like that. And then there's going to be other discussions, like this coming Halloween. I'd like to get a video out there. There's 2 holidays. I don't know if you can call one of them a holiday, but there's 2 times of the year that people like to pull pranks, and that is Halloween and April Fool's Day. And let's just face it, some pranks Halloween's can be funny too, but some pranks can be really hilarious. Okay, it's just funny. You got your jump scares, you got your let's see, your jump scares, you're telling somebody their shoes untied and wearing flip-flops, okay? But then again, there's those other pranks, and of course, this is my opinion, my perspective of it. Let me know what your perspective is. Write down in the comments below. that it just seems like somebody might have gotten hurt, maybe even worse, or traumatized from certain pranks. I've seen enough of them, even watching on YouTube. I'm laughing at some, but some I'm just really concerned about the person's uh, well-being. Because it just seems that putting yourself in that person's shoes, you're going to say, wow, if that was me. Um, that's one of the videos that are coming up, and hopefully very soon. Another video, a series actually that I'd like to start is etiquette, because there's a lot involved in etiquette. And I'll tell you, and differences of opinion in etiquette too, and it all depends on perspective and beliefs and stuff like that, because I'll tell you, what inspires me there is a sociology course that I took. We were told to research some etiquette with different backgrounds and religions and stuff like that. Some things are more acceptable in some places, whereas it's not acceptable in others. And that's something to really look at, especially if you're one who travels or something. It's really something to look at. And in some cases, it might be fun, maybe even funny, because I would like to talk about gas. The north going, burping, or yeah, that's north. South going, which is your farting, air biscuits, things like that. There's people out there that serve up those air biscuits. Anyway, also discussing what apologies mean to you. And what other things? There's so much we can discuss. And what's going to be nice, and I'm hoping for with this, is interaction in their comments section. And I only request that it be mature interaction. Not too much controversy, because I try to avoid controversy. I try to keep those feelings to me. Anyway, I really would love, and I'm hoping for, interaction. What good is a conversation if you're just talking to yourself? Just like I'm doing right now, until we get interacting. Yeah. Anyways, that interaction, I want ideas, maybe your beliefs, your opinions. That'd be great to share, and we can learn from each other. This would be a great experience for all of us. Also, before we go, I would like to answer a few questions. You might be thinking, wow, I know she's not that young. She's got purple and pink hair. Well, you might not be able to see the purple. I don't think you can see the purple so much, but the pink hair you can see. The purple hair they both signify something for me. The purple hair is more recent than the pink hair. The pink hair I've had for probably a little over a year now. And that signifies the love and compassion for yourself and others. The purple signifies religious tolerance. Now, as far as my outro goes, okay, the pinky's up. I watched SpongeBob several times. I watch it all the time. But there was one episode where SpongeBob had just met Sandy Cheeks. And she had invited him to her tree dump for the very first time. And he says, sure, I'll come. And she goes, I hope you like air. And he says, oh, I love air. I love air. I live for air, whatever. And he didn't know what air was. So he goes to Patrick and says, Patrick, what is air? And he says, oh, that's when people want to be fancy and they put on airs. And he says they put their pinkies up. And he explains everything to him. And SpongeBob winds up at this tree dome. And he realizes what air really is. And he begins to gasp for water. Usually you're gasping for air. This time he's gasping for water. And so on the outside, as much as he's running around, he's frantic, he needs water. Patrick is on the outside reminding him, pinkies up, pinkies up, pinkies up. And SpongeBob remembers those pinkies up. He's running around his arm high in the air, and he's got those pinkies up. And, well, metaphorically, if you really look at that metaphorically, he's keeping his pinkies up through this tough time. He's struggling to breathe. That's really crazy, but yes, he's struggling to get his water. He managed to keep the pinkies up, even though he's all drying up and cracking apart. But he managed to keep the pinkies up. Now, metaphorically, I think we can look at it metaphorically as the same as us saying, keep your chin up. That's me. That's my perspective. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In the meantime, I also have a Patreon channel, a Patreon that you can visit me on that has little perks. And actually, some of those in the future, after I have a few things, I get a good collection of bloopers and blunders. I probably have a few now that I can get together. And that's part of the perks. I don't know how much I can discuss here, but you can visit me over there. The link is in the description below. I also invite you to comment down below on anything, everything, whatever, you know. Leave me one of these. Click on the subscribe button. Turn it from red to gray. And now there's another perspective. A lot of people say turn it from red to white. To me, it's gray. Like I said, perspective. It's all how we look at it. And let's see. Oh yeah, ringling and ding dong that bell icon, so you know when I will upload my next video and future videos. And hope to see you next time. And until then, keep the coffee hot and those pinkies up. Yeah.